For the herd, numbers become the first island. Hunger learns to wait inside the reeds. Even still mud can be breathing. The old bones hide water above the reach of mud. Aru knows the darkness is real now, but the troop still needs water. The marsh leads hunters back to every dry place. Here, one path can appear as 10. Aru learns that eyes are not enough. The smell of mud must be reed. Fast eyes are not always truthful eyes. The marsh opens another dangerous vein. Even a body built for defense cannot argue with sinking ground. A little clean water can draw a great fear. Patience is a hunter's quietest tooth. The maze divides more than paths. It divides shallow from deep. A small bone can reveal a hidden depth. Horns cannot stop mud, but the herd can shield its young. Safety lasts only while vigilance remains awake. Even the source of life can withdraw. Under every gift of water, a shadow demands respect.
In the marsh.
Survival can be taught if there is still time. Not every sound is meant for the hunter.
The day begins with ground temporarily still.
Mud, water, and light feed a strange new green. Even the sky hunts above the water that nearly swallowed the land. News of water travels by scent, instinct, and the memory of fear. Not every giant can enter the place that might save it. Each species finds a different way to take its share. The marsh holds the image of giants it cannot carry. The hunter survives by choosing what it can reach. Aru turns ancient death into a question for the living ground. The marsh changes faster than memory. Hunters favor the moments when the world loses its edges. One sound placed well can move danger. The smallest survive through doors the hunters cannot enter. Inside the danger, the small find rooms of life. The one who leads often drinks last. Light returns, but the reflections have not finished speaking. When water narrows, peaceful bodies become walls. Its greatest weapon is not the horn, but where it chooses to stand. It knows chaos will make the first mistake. The marsh doubles the fear before anything strikes. Aru uses false images to find real danger. Beneath every pool, the ancient impact turns again. The marsh begins to sing its dangerous song. The bond between mother and young. The maze is loyal to no hunter. The shadow beneath reflection no longer wants silence. The ruler of the ground has learned to respect deep water. The sky opens another trial after the shadow. Fresh rain wakes the hidden roads of mud. Every creature understands when water stops being a gift. In a maze of reflection, intelligence becomes a lantern. The smallest lives learn to walk behind wisdom. The marsh opens a path with the sound of breaking memory. One wrong step can turn the ground into a mouth. Even strength learns fear when the ground can swallow.
A single hand becomes a bank against collapse.
When wisdom and strength move together, life finds one more opening. Experience knows when to move before the chance closes. The world dissolves into mud-colored light. The hidden heart of clean water spills beyond bone. Even the shadow beneath reflection is driven lower by the flood. After chaos, the true shape of the world returns. The wounds of bone become mirrors of mourning. A small reunion is a victory, large enough for one day. The guide leaves danger last. Hunger remains, but today it must wait. Aru has learned to use the marsh without belonging to its reflections. Even broken shadow can become a beginning.
The marsh has lost its silence, but not its gift.
This magnificent primate does not need to stand inside the story to shape it. Serpenthra has not vanished. It has only retreated to deeper shadow. From danger, a new river of life begins. The smallest pioneers return first. At last, even those too large to enter receive their share. One breath of clean water changes the edge of the mud. The water holds every image, but keeps no creature forever. Each survivor takes a share, then leaves before the gift becomes a trap. The sky begins to remember its color.
The wound of bone becomes a cradle. The young learn the world from what survives.
There is no permanent peace, only distance between hungers. Legends do not remain to be thanked. Every place they survive becomes another lesson written into the land. A memory of death becomes a shelter of life. In a world of reflections, the survivor knows which darkness is real. The prehistoric planet never stops changing. On the prehistoric planet, life must not only search for light, it must know which darkness is hiding the trap. There are places where darkness arrives in the middle of day.
When the sun begins to vanish, the hunters see more clearly.
The Eclipse bone marsh was built by water, mud, and ancient death. Here, speed can be held by the mud. At the center of the basin, the water holds a sun that is disappearing. Water leaves the fire and enters the land of shadow. When warm water meets cold mud, the marsh begins to wake. The giants meet a place where weight becomes a curse. Age knows when darkness is not night. After fire, black water begins to rule. Aru follows warm mist into a place where the ground looks like water. The path does not break beneath a foot. It becomes liquid. Minerals and water pull even the horned herds into shadow. Predators favor places where prey must watch its feet. The sky loses light before the earth loses sound. The entrance looks like the jaw of a giant memory. The water holds images, but pulls truth downward.
For the young, even water can look like a hunter.
The marsh speaks with the voice of dry bone and wet mud. Hunters of the Eclipse know that scent must go before sight. Here, footprints can become traps. Inside, this is not a swamp. It is a memory that can swallow. Aru learns that the ground must be questioned before it is trusted. A creature carrying bone on its back crosses the land of bones. Under the bones, the small find rooms where mud cannot reach. The shadow beneath the valley has found water without a bottom. The smallest lives hear the mud before it opens. One giant step can drown the path of the small. The water holds every image, but saves no one. Water brings every body closer than instinct wants. Aru knows the marsh floor belongs to weight, teeth, and mud.
One drop can reveal how deep the dark has become.
Small hunters turn reeds and bones into roads. The marsh offers a path made from what once lived. Each step is a question asked of the mud.
Every path above has a hunter beneath it.
Water, air, and shadow turn around one another like invisible beasts.
Even hidden mud knows when something moves beneath it.
Serpenthra does not need to rise to claim the channel. Experience knows when water has become a warning. Even the ambusher yields to a deeper shadow. Outside the Bone Gate, the false night spreads across the valley. Inside the old bones, dry ground hides like memory. Above the mud, the small find a fragile pause. Silence reaches the marsh before the hunter does. The clever hunters disappear before the larger hunger. The marsh turns one roar into the voice of an ancient grave. In a place where ground can swallow, order is the last bank. The ancient basin moves beneath every foot. Inside the marsh, mud finds another hidden road. The small survive through openings the giants never see. Even darkness listens beneath the marsh. Then day forgets itself. The marsh moves water through itself like blood.
When darkness gathers, conflict gathers around water.
Mud weakens even what time has turned to stone.
The small must cross before the path becomes mud. A step too eager can be taken by the marsh.
The water is changing its mind.
When Serpenthra rises, the shadow has a body.
Two rulers meet, where land no longer trusts itself.
In the marsh, sound becomes a memory of teeth. In the shadow of giants, the wise climb before the mud opens. Aru learns not to trust the surface before reading the reeds. The marsh becomes an island of shadow inside a living valley. A broken rib becomes the only road. Once again, sound becomes a path through danger. For a moment, the smallest lives stop running alone. But the marsh still holds one small life in debt.
Then the valley sends old strength to the edge of the mud. Strength becomes a bank between mud and fear.
A short bridge can carry a bloodline beyond the mud.
Even ancient bone must answer to moving mud. Even rulers know when the bank belongs to the marsh.
After the false night, light returns changed. It is wounded, but it still holds water.
Aru finds water the mud has not claimed.
From the wound in bone, the smallest life begins again. Charok does not come to own the marsh. He comes when the valley needs strength. Serpenthra remains, the shadow beneath reflection. One day, only mud may remember these steps. The valley changes, and every creature must change with it. In a world of reflections, intelligence learns which darkness is real.
But the shadow has only begun to teach.